What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys another video. And this one goes in depth in some of the really horrific shit that Hassan has said, which is ironically funny because they'll ban Tectone on pretty much almost anything just for saying funny jokes and making fun of somebody. But someone can go ahead and wish for the death of other people or tell people how easy it is to get suicide drones from China or a few other things like Hassan, and yet dude doesn't get banned. Kind of crazy. But this is more Pegasus. Love this dude. He is fucking hilarious.
Hyper-capitalist Oscar parties as the grifting fake socialist
Yep.
he is.
Did you feel weird being in such a capitalist mainstream event while being a socialist? No, I live in the United States of America.
Well, turns out he's now back to his regularly scheduled programming. He's talking about Asmongold again. In fact, he's done a 2-hour podcast with a special guest. Asmongold finds out about the upcoming Hassan and Mike from PA podcast, where they talked about him for 2 hours. 2-hour cope
Tectone talked about that. That was fucking hilarious.
session.
Who is this? Hassan Piker spent 2 hours talking about Asmongold from Mike from PA in their upcoming podcast.
You guys deserve to know that Hassan just recorded our episode on Asmongold. So it's the Hassan
Oh, God.
Asmongold episode. It's so funny.
Oh, God.
Why is it not surprising?
Deep. We were going deep, making fun of him.
Deep.
It was not
You guys can't go
structured
deep
as
at
other
all.
Episodes, but we were just having fun with it. So it was crazy because it was like Hassan woke up and did a photo shoot. Then he did a podcast of me, you Gopnik, and Freda for 2 hours making fun of Asmongold.
Yeah.
And then he went to the Oscars party.
See, okay, that right there's funny. So, Mike from PA can literally talk about how him and Hassan and one other person were on Hassan's stream for 2 hours making fun of Asmongold. Is this like a racist thing, YouTube and, Twitch and all that? Like, a semi-brown person or a Muslim or Islamist person can sit there and make fun of white people and white culture and white religion and all this other kind of stuff and get not banned, right? But you call Hassan gay or Frogan fat and you're going to ban people? That's a double standard in my opinion there, YouTube.
That's so cool. He's so cool.
Where he,
2 hours making fun of somebody, but you're gonna ban Tectone for a week.
What a day. Didn't the Oscars not see the content nuke?
So they had a 2-hour cope session about me. This is the big announcement. I can't wait for Hassan must be in a bag of spot. Is he talking to Mike from PA? I just get the fuck out of here. Oh my god, 2 hours talking about Asmongold.
That's fucking crazy.
2-hour podcast coming up, and it's gonna be all about me. What am I, like the sponsor or something? It's like an infomercial. Oh my god.
Fucking crazy.
I watch every day. I want to have 2 hours to talk about you. Yes, oh my fucking god.
Whoa. I'm not sure if I buy just 2 hours. I mean, his usual gooning session with Dan Klein
There you go.
is at least 5. He's got to up those numbers. Also, Mike talking about this event like it's like this great legendary collab. We were going in deep, bro. We were really making fun of him really deep. Yeah, exactly what were you doing again? You sure you weren't like, because that's like a weird figure of speech to use. Also, just gotta
Right.
put this out there. Listening to Mike from PA and Hassan, you gotta have something seriously go wrong in your life for you to be in that position. You might be getting interrogated by the CIA. Like, this might legitimately be torture tactics. Also, just saying, Hassan would totally make fun of Mike from PA if he wasn't also a radical leftist terrorist supporting freak, right? Who puts literal bounties on his enemies, by the way. Mike here has actually been caught threatening people, believe it or not. He's a very intimidating man, of course.
Holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
let's be honest. Hassan would instantly call this guy like the biggest incel, loser, dork, freak, basement dweller, complete embarrassment. But because he's on the same side of politics,
He's like the lefty liberal version of freaking Asmongold.
Wow, he's such a masculine figure, obviously. Definitely not a bridge troll. But I just find it hilarious. Hassan is best buddies with this guy, right? And he calls Asmongold this basement dweller. Meanwhile, he's hanging out with Mike from PA, right? Embarrassment to the male species, I must say.
I would agree.
Never forget the infamous Mike from PA clip. Never forget, play it.
I think that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab.
I'm getting your attention.
Creepy as fuck, bro.
A vampire touching holy water.
What the fuck?
Complain every day about Asmongold. Gives him infinite content for videos where he makes more money and gets more viewers than you.
I see now why he grew his hair out and his facial hair. He didn't want to be remembered.
Because of it.
That was a creepy little clip.
I mean, there's just infinite content farms, to be honest. It's the cycle of slop where they keep crashing out and we keep farming them for money, you know? They keep being miserable. We keep having a great time. Trapped in a room full of the Mind Palace here. Literally, what podcast even is that, Lamau? I've never even heard of it. And they call us stalkers for commenting on a 40K viewer political pundit. What's funny is this will be a future million-view video from the Asmongold Club channel, probably.
More likely.
A 2-hour podcast with a guy. Let me guess the discussion. It was all the Jews. Mike from PA being just as anti-Semitic as possible. Yeah, so this was the clip that was so bad.
Yep.
And my video actually got, like, flagged completely because I tried to include the Mike from PA clip that got him banned where he was describing Jews as, you know, a certain thing, right? Which I can't even repeat, obviously. So,
Which is ridiculous, because...
Really not anti-Semitic.
Which is ridiculous, because here in America, where YouTube is owned and operated, we have free speech. So why is it people like Hasan here can say whatever the hell he wants, nothing happens to him, but yet people like, you know, more Pegasus or Tectone or anyone with a different viewpoint or, you know, people with a sense of humor, they get their stuff blocked, banned, or flagged as like inappropriate and harassment.
As obviously truly disgusting people, and it shows what kind of a person Hasan is. Obviously, just platforms these people all the time. Moving on to the Hasan fan account.
Love it.
Trying to smear Asmongold. This is one of Hasan's 50 agents that he promotes to, you know, take down all his ops and say the things that he doesn't want to say, along with, you know, accounts like Misinformation Spreader, obviously. So here they are trying to call Asmon a hypocrite for his stance on Iran.
Here we go.
Asmongold is a bad, dumb, grifting, immoral rat, while criticizing his commentary on Iran. Doesn't have any real opinions. Not really intelligent. Stupid little grifter. You're really describing yourself there, huh?
Might as well at today's melty as well. What is this? There's a melty of today? Oh no. What is this? Okay, so Asmon grift, and it's a video of me talking, okay? Israel's wars are not our wars. True. I think that we play too big of a role in other countries' military shit. I also wouldn't support any sort.
I agree with some of that. It's just when, you know, a country says death to America, you now make us your enemy.
Of collateral civilian damage, bombing things, like the U.S. bombing things that are inside of urban areas. I wonder what changed. I mean, I'm sure it probably wasn't the 30,000 civilians that they mass murdered and body bagged on the sides of the street. These are all the videos that I've made about Iran.
The Iranian government killed 30,000 plus of their citizens just because they were protesting. So hear that, liberals. All the people commenting saying, you know, oh, they didn't do that. Yes, they did. They shut down the internet there, and then they literally started mass killing the protesters.
Before US intervention was even on the table, Asmon was already covering the Iran protests from the get-go. just like for Mexico, Afghanistan, Indonesia, Spain, Australia, Turkey, and many other countries.
Doing this in Iran, this isn't like the No Kings protest here in the United States.
Which was stupid.
Every single person that's on that street is putting their life on the line.
Yep.
Unarmed Iranian people are risking everything to fight the secret police. I don't really see a lot of other creators really talking about the protests at all. You would expect to see tons of people going on and talking about this.
Yep.
The president has gone insane, and then they started killing all of their people.
After Asman made a dozen videos about
And
Iran,
here-
started covering
Here comes the video clip of Hasan basically justifying it all.
the protests and also admitting they were getting slaughtered.
Thousands dead as protests grip Iran. Is Iran collapsing?
Interesting, Mr. Hassan Piker, Mr. Breaking News, covering the news instantly when it happens every single time. He sure took his time when covering the situation in Iran.
All because why? He sat there and he supports the Iranian government. And he had to hardly sit there and think, how can I spin this to make it seem like it was the people's fault and not the government?
And even
Despite
if you
his
people
hatred
want
for our
his
government.
coverage, he literally routinely plays defense for the dictator and the regime. Constantly. It is not honest or fair coverage. He just defaults to his, fucking NPC script of, let me blame everything on America again. And that's all he can do because that's all his audience basically responds to, right? Even though obviously America is not making the dude gun down his own people, that is obviously of his own volition being an evil fucking psychopath, right? But I mean,
Yep,
anything
and we
makes
bought
sense
him.
in Hassan's world. I mean, if
He gone.
Israel made him shock his dog, then I guess anything is possible. But yeah, I feel like it's really dumb to pull up old clips and be like, well, yeah, he's a hypocrite for this, when the situation has changed, right? Now, if the situation was the same, then sure, okay, you can call him a hypocrite or whatever, but the situation has clearly changed. And even if, suppose there are, hypocritical statements in the past or whatever, I feel like if you're on the right side of history now, it's probably better than continuing being wrong on your opinion or whatever the hell Sneeko and Hassan are doing, praying for their daddy, obviously. Like, how
Yeah,
are you gonna say that
that's dumb.
it's better to not change your mind and remain a piece of shit, It's like if someone's a Hassan Piker fan, right? And then a couple years later they become a legendary series fan. I'm not gonna
There you
go,
go.
oh, you're a hypocrite, look at you a couple years ago. Well, I'm actually just glad that you've grown some brain cells there and changed your perspective, right?
You probably went from like young teens, like 18, 19, maybe even 15. I don't know Hassan's like view group, but young person all the way to probably about mid-20s. That's usually when most people get their head out their asses, like usually around the mid-20s.
Right, I'm not gonna dog on you for that. Hassan unironically going, yeah, well, Asmon's a hypocrite. Well, now he's not supporting mass murder. Wow, what a fucking dude, come on, how about you change your mind too? That's just insane to me. Now, what's even more insane is that when the citizens were dying, Hassan was still there, up on his high horse, glazing the dictator.
Yep.
Liking his tweets or whatever, and unironically saying that he finds poetry in that. That is something a fucking cartoon villain will do. Like, oh yeah, these people being gunned down in the streets. Poetry. Oh yes, this guy might be a colossal piece of shit, but, this is kind of convenient for my politics. How poetic.
I think any further military intervention stands to alienate the Iranian people, and it stands to... Why did I change my mind? It's because the Iranian people were begging, screaming, so they wouldn't
Yep.
be mass murdered by their own government. That's
Yep.
the reason why I changed the opinion.
For context, an Iranian viewer of Asman sent him this video a few weeks ago, a video which also went viral in Iran.
As many of you may know, I currently live in a country where it's not doing well. I want to give a massive thanks to Asmongold. During the last few years, whatever major events happened inside of Iran, most big content creators didn't really talk about it. Only large creators who kept talking about it consistently was Asmongold. At one point, Asmongold was
Pretty much, yeah.
the top in Iran for several days. That
Hassan praises Iran shutting down protests.
Here it is.
What?
Here it is.
Left this blip.
Here it is, right here. Hassan, who was a part of all the protests here in the United States, right, supported all the protests, said, oh, the people have the right to protest, but yet, watch, this is the clip of him sitting there praising the Iranian government for shutting down their protests.
Streamer, by the way.
Just for context, this is when they started killing protesters on January 13th.
He lets it all out here. Here he is saying that, you can find poetry in 2,000 to 5,000 people dead.
You like Khomeini tweet when he responsible for killing so many people? Listen, sometimes you can find poetry in the strangest places. Yeah, Persian. I am Persian. I am Persian. I am not Iranian.
Making a joke out of
I
it.
swear to God.
He made a joke out of people dying. So for all you people who act like Hassan is a good person, he's not. He don't care about the Iranian people, like the people. He loves the government because he probably gets paid by the government. He's an Iranian plant, a Palestinian plant. Literally, he wants to call everyone else an Israel plant, an Israel agent, and all this other kind of crap. But yet, I bet that's what he is. He's a plant for Iran. He gets paid because there's no way he's this retarded.
I hate this guy's accent so much. Like, every single time he puts on one of those, I just want to leave the room. But of course, here we have Hassan Piker again. Once again, the voice of the people.
Yep.
If the people were all terrorists, then Hassan is definitely the voice of the people.
Makes sense because
The voice of the people, if the people were all terrorists, then Hassan
Crazy,
is
right?
definitely the voice of the people. But yeah, I mean, this should prove he's an absolute lunatic, bro. Calling this poetry.
Yeah.
It's like the most crazy word I could ever imagine to use. I feel like in an alternate universe, right? There's that theory that we're all living out, different lives, making different decisions in a multiverse or something, right? I feel like in Hassan's multiverse,
He pretty much
he's
justified
an
murder
actual
of protesters.
dictator, and he just orders his army to gun down every dissenter, and then he watches from his massive tower or whatever with glass windows, like Palpatine, obviously, and like a comic book villain, he goes poetry. He just
Right.
looks at the bombs flying everywhere,
Crazy.
citizens being gunned down. He just looks at that wonderful scenery, obviously, and goes poetry, like an evil ass bitch, right? So then Asmon points out how Hassan is basically just a useful idiot at this point, doing propaganda for the regime.
I didn't really want to intervene in Iran if the people were ambivalent towards it, right? Because who are we to tell them the way that they should have their government?
Exactly.
We have them out.
Exactly. It is not our place to sit there and tell the people how they should be living. If they're totally content with how their lives are with their government, totally fine, right? But it's a whole other thing when the government is totally corrupt and is using every bit of power to put their people into worse places, okay? Such just subjugating them, basically.
They're trying to get away from this regime that's oppressed them for almost 50 years. And on top of that, the regime funds terrorism.
Yep.
You want to see a Houthi musical? Sure.
Oh, God.
Musicals. They were very musical people.
Are you being serious? I know they're singing about seeing these guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
On top of that, the regime does terrorism. Then I think it's a pretty easy decision to do that. I think Hassan, he'd be safer in a world without the Iranian government too. They might play him on the TV for propaganda. They're playing Hassan stream on Iran state TV. They're playing his stream on state propaganda TV. But they probably don't agree with
See,
that.
he has
on it.
Okay. Hassan's not gay. Hassan's not gay. Did not Hassan make fun of Asmon there for wearing bunny ears? This motherfucker wearing a whole maid outfit with bunny ears and a little neck thing and a gay necklace. Really? Really? Hassan gay. Nothing wrong with it, Hassan. Just accept it. It's totally fine. I mean, I know in your religion you can't be gay, but I mean, you do live in America, man. You have nothing to worry about, right? Right? Unless there's something we don't know about you, and you do actually have to worry about being gay.
I'm sure Iran actually loves Hassan in his maid outfit. They should have showed that one on TV.
Right.
Actually.
Yes, they should have.
Put the
Yep.
clip of him shocking his dog. I feel like when you show a new person on TV, you gotta show their iconic moments.
Hell yeah.
They would definitely love some of them, like when he said America deserved 9/11.
Yep.
Oh shit, yeah, hell yeah.
Yep.
Put that in.
I remember that one.
Love this shit. We totally agree, obviously.
America deserved 9/11, and that didn't get him kicked off the internet. It's really? Innocent civilians deserve to die. Hating the government and not liking what the government does is totally fine. That's understandable. But what did the people of the United States do? What did the people in the Twin Towers do? And all the people who died, what did they do? Nothing. Nothing.
But it's crazy how hard Hassan has been grifting on this topic, right? He still tries to pretend that, oh no, I'm on the Iranian people's side, obviously. And then the literal regime is using him for propaganda. I feel
Yep.
like that should
I
tell
bet-
you everything.
I bet
He's
the-
lit side.
I bet the Iranian people really don't like him very much, but, you know, that's just my opinion.
He's on, bro. He should be absolutely flipping ashamed, dude. You're literally side by side there with Snako. Snako of all people. Even you saw that and were crashing out, going, no, oh my god, stop it.
But the thing is, he doesn't seem upset about it. Like, he seems like it's funny. Like, if you look at his face during the whole clip, he's laughing and he finds it funny. So I don't think he takes that as like an insult. I think he goes, oh my god, me and Sneeko got put on Iranian, like, TV, hell yeah.
Sneeko! No! I didn't realize! No! Turn it off! Turn that shit off!
It's crazy that God gave us, like, free will, and this is what you choose to do with your life, bro. Like, legit just being an evil force.
Yep.
He's just a dumb fucking rat. He is an immoral person. He's a bad person. He's not even...
I don't see how I'm a bad person whenever you're the one laughing, talking about it being poetic, that Khomeini posts something on Twitter after he's like killing his own people.
He's not
Yep.
very intelligent. He's not
Yep.
picking on the inability of the right to punish him later down the line for his advocacy.
Why would I worry about being punished for doing the right thing? Why would I even think about that? He's right that there's a lot of people that are angry at me. I make my decisions on things based off of what I think is the right thing to do. I'm just going to say what I think.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Really?
Yeah, just in case you missed the
He
lore,
shocked the dog there.
Nasrallah guy is the guy who has the infamous gay quote of, if they do it even once, they are to be killed. Yeah, real
Yep.
crazy shit. You know, real based according to Hassan, real base stuff, obviously. Hassan, the LGBT supporter, saying that Hezbollah is base. Yeah, the logic really tracks there. I will legitimately never understand how none of his fans see the incredible level of cognitive dissonance going on.
They're brainwashed.
Have to be a sheep. I mean, this is a great argument for stating that a portion of humanity does not have the capacity to think deeply, like they just gotta be NPCs, you know? Because there's no way you don't figure this out. People responded
Yep.
to the editor for keeping up with all this shit. I said wishes he could put a shock collar on Asmon.
Yep.
Don't worry, he's role-played this multiple times. Last time Hassan disagreed with his audience is when they wanted him to stop shocking his dog. When the debate is lost,
Damn.
Slater becomes the tool of the loser. It's just
Yes.
an everyday
Fuck
thing for
yes.
Hassan. Hamas Pike will never leer
Hamas.
recover from October 7th.
Oh, God.
Hassan doesn't live in Turkey or Iran. He's a literal living self-contradiction.
Big time.
Listen, Kaya, oh my god, I'm listening. I swear to God, I'm listening.
Poor dog.
Nobody thinks of the fate of poor Kaya. All this time, each time Hassan crashes out, he'd be shucking that dog. The final pan to Kaya turning his head in horror when Hassan says listen was gold. And he changes opinion when presented with new information. What? You can't do that. That's completely out of Hassan Piker's like operational manual, right? He can never ever admit he's wrong. He can never ever
I don't think the dude even has like a single thought of his own. I think he just has like a whole agenda that he's given. He's basically told by a group of people, hey, you need to believe this and do this at any cost. And then he does it. Because he gets paid a lot of money.
change his mind. He just has to stick with his propaganda. It's fascinating to see how quickly the media can brainwash the masses. I mean, yeah, if you're
Dude, yes.
Hassan. You mean to tell me the literal terrorist sympathizers calling the deaths of thousands of innocent civilians as poetry, and then later called Asmon a bad person? Whoever could have guessed?
Right.
Got the Hassan fan defend this more. And it's just Asmon with a bunch of like mess in his room. I thought he cleaned his room. I thought he stopped using this. 0 likes, by the way. He's just regurgitating propaganda from the current administration, coming from a self-admitted propaganda terrorist supporter.
There you go.
Everyone knows why Hassan shields for Iran.
Yeah.
Hassan stands be like, I keep seeing this image. I forgot where it's from. I don't know.
She's a whale.
It was then Hassan admits that there's no response to this. There's nothing Asmon could ever say that would change his mind. And then accidentally again admits that he's a grifter.
Like, yeah, these videos, they're so base, right? I mean, they're fucking base, right, guys? How about that? Yeah,
Great.
he made a response to this video. Yeah, what is it? Is it him going, yeah, you guys are Israel obsessed. You gotta stop. Yeah.
Stupid.
There is no response to this, right?
Hassan the grifter.
No response to this because
Iranian grifter.
It's so transparent what is going on, right?
Really?
The reality of the matter is the market demands someone who is a stupid little grifter. So that's part of the reason why he still sees a decent amount of success. It's that simple. Many people are grifters. Many people are bad faith. Many people are immoral. But you can still be...
You being one of them. There, Hassan. You are very immoral.
Grifter and you know, land on the right side of issues because you read the room better, right? Asmongold doesn't.
Oh my god, he actually caught himself. He went, oh yeah, many people are grifters, of course. But you know, I'm a grifter, obviously. But you can be a grifter and be a good guy, you know? Look at me. I might be a grifter, but at least I'm on the right side, the radical lefty side, of course. Be like me, Diddy Pica, you know, just attend the Oscar parties to seem hip and cool while crying about socialism. Literally pot calling the kettle black, man. Hassan calling anyone a grifter is just comical. Moving on to more updates on Dogtober 7, Hassan is being called out by a TikToker.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was funny.
Hassan reacts to the celebrity blind item alleging Oscar attendees were wondering why he was invited to the Vanity Fair party. Says Vanity Fair cut the list themselves and implies celebrity blind account runner could be connected to Israel or Ethan Klein.
Number 23.
What?
Speaking of people who aren't exactly liked, guests were confused about how the dog abuser or possible dog killer / podcaster ended up getting an invite to the magazine party. And this is allegedly Hassan.
He looks so miserable.
If you're part of an Oscar blind item, there's no way that's not a meme, right? What the fuck is an Oscar blind item? They said you killed your dog? Wait, what do you mean? But my dog is alive. Blind item, speaking of people not liked, no one could understand how the dog abuser probable dog killer podcaster got an invite to the magazine party. What does that mean? Bro, is bullshit stop getting faked? Yeah, it was. Everyone was like, boo, I can't believe this guy is here. Now that people are wondering who invited the streamer who may or may not have killed his dog. Yeah, I wonder if it was anonymous blind item or if it was sent from Tel Aviv.
Oh God.
My God. Tel Aviv, huh? It's Israel again. Of course! Of course! How could I be so stupid? Israel.
It's always Israel.
TikToker. You see, Israel infiltrated the Oscars. They made him do it. They made him go to the party. They made him do it, guys. You don't understand. They installed microchips in his brain. Yeah, I mean, this is some professional rage baiting right there, bro. Like, what is wrong with you, man? Like, how has your brain been bricked this hard? Like, it was a meme at first, but now it's legit. Anything that ever goes wrong in Hassan's life, any opponent he has regarding anything is just Israel. It's just somehow tied to Israel because that's like the only topic his community can sort of rally behind, right? Also, just addressing the dog killer thing, they're talking about his previous dog, and, you know, I'm just going to stick to the facts here. I'm not going to say any of that, but I will say that he definitely shocked his current dog. Now, I don't know about the previous one. He did yank a dog's tail before. But yeah, when he lies so much, obviously people are going to come up with their own theories in return.
You kill fish? Oh, nice. Bros. Blind items can be submitted by literally anyone. They're trash. Yeah. I need you to start taking medication for ADHD, big dog. Blind items are random people who suggest they have info 99% of the time. They're just clowns that imagine things. Yeah. This is the 23 blind items. Blind item number 23. Speaking of people not liked, no one could understand why. Dude, some guy got invited to the Vanity Fair party. He allegedly has a 15-year-old property in Berlin, too. That's just completely made up.
Yeah, son, it really sucks when people lie about you and make shit up about you. You would never do that, of course, right?
Does it all the time.
Hassan would never lie about anybody. He would never, in his entire life, Hassan has never told a lie in his entire life. The lack of self-awareness, man. This man said I'm pro-Jeffrey, dude. I can't
What?
this fucking guy, dude.
So dumb.
Pro-Dean? Oh, hell yeah. That's great.
You lie about people constantly over and over and over again. 50 different targets, anyone who criticizes you, and now you're crying when somebody does it back. Okay, pal. Right, so then he says that if he's gonna be called like a terrorist or a dog abuser, you'd rather be called a dog abuser. Interesting.
Stupid.
I'm the biggest villain in Hollywood, famously. Sorry, Hasan, seeing all this worth for your help. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. There's just someone wanted to talk shit. Who gives a fuck? You bought a car? You fucking leased a Porsche? How dare you? So
You leased a Porsche? How dare you?
You're anti-Semitic terrorist, is what they said. For 2 years, 3 years. I mean, I'll take dog abuser over anti-Semitic terrorist, I'll be honest. I mean, one is like, you know, I feel like it's, if people are going to lie on my name, I'd rather have them assume that I'm like, abusing dogs than a fucking terrorist.
You're an idiot.
It's not as bad.
What?
I think. It's still unconscionable. It's a gross smear, but...
Did you see that shot on my hair?
You gotta choose one over the other. I'll choose one.
Interesting. So he has no problem with being called the dog abuser. Maybe because that one's actually true, Hasan. Maybe because that one's actually captured on camera. Bro tries to deny the footage that is widely available. Also, most people don't have this problem, by the way, where they have to choose between these labels. This is just a you problem right there, because you're just a real stand-up guy, obviously. Trying so hard to be known as a propagandist, but is known as a dog abuser. Alright. I know this might be hard to comprehend for Hasan, but maybe other people don't like animal abusers attending the same events. Or people are known to side with terrorists. I know it's hard to understand when you don't leave your chat bubble much. Anyways, Israel classic. Got a brain? No thanks. I support Hasan Piker. Accurate! Now, speaking of Hasan slandering people, Ethan is calling him out for his merch being advertised on X. Basically, we got this week X products. Embrace the empire in decline with this bold t-shirt. Union-made quality for a statement look.
Isn't that funny?
Hasan, very socialist.
Yeah, I was about to say that. He's socialist and yet merch.
What the hell is this? And this is Jessica. Hasan responds, it's a Shopify product that shows you existing merchandise on the Shopify platform based on your related interests. I have no say in the matter. It's been plaguing my For You page as well. Ethan responds, almost goes without saying, but this is an absolute lie. Hasan lying? No. We also have a Shopify and Twitter account. We don't get thousands of dollars in free ads. Thousands of stores do. It's only his store you will see being spammed on your feeds. And it makes sense he would buy there as well, as all of his fans are on Twitter. Remember who said, lying is OP? Okay, Ethan is an avid viewer of the legendary series. Okay, I feel like I'm one of the only people that consistently highlights that clip. So yeah, say hi to Ethan. We all know everybody's watching the legendary series.
There you go.
Ethan is still cooking Hasan. He's on a generational hater run. I think I might be overtaking him at this point, but I will say,
I would say, yeah.
Okay, all these people are main characters. All right, I'm simply the fucking SpongeBob fish on the television. I ain't SpongeBob. I ain't Patrick here. All right, I'm simply commentating.
Motherfucker's obsessed with SpongeBob.
Ads for free. Hasan's claim that he has no say in the matter is a complete lie. If he wanted, he could contact them and tell them to not run ads on Twitter for his products. Too bad his fans are stupid and believe all his obvious lies.
Yep.
Moving on to Master of Demon Time, Ms.
Okay, well, that's it on Hasan. Dude is in hot water, but with the way the internet is, or at least YouTube, Twitch, and a few other like mainstream platforms, it's damn near impossible for someone to sit there, report honest, true news and everything without like getting their stuff flagged, blocked, or like reported, which is ridiculous considering someone like Hasan and like a few others can sit there and say plain out lies, just lies, and nothing happens. And or even the worst part, call for violence and justify violence, right? It's one thing to be an idiot on the internet, but it's a whole other thing to sit there and have hours worth of content that you put out there and you are literally just spreading hatred and bigotry and racism. It's crazy. But anyways, there's another Hasan video from Morg Pegasus. Check the dude out. He is hilarious. I love his edits. I don't edit anything at all. So, like, share, subscribe, spread the word, guys. This shit's getting fucking funny.